London basically becomes a Christmas movie set this time of year, and some of your favorite festive films were actually shot right here across the city.
So today, I'm taking you to 5 real Christmas movie filming locations from Love Actually, Last Christmas, and The Holiday. And I'll show you exactly how to get to each one using TfL.
It's such an easy route to do in an afternoon, so let's start in West London.
We're starting at Ladbroke Grove on the Circle or Hammersmith and City line. It's especially handy in areas like Notting Hill, where the right exit saves you a lot of walking.
It's about a 10-minute walk from here to St. Luke's Mews,
through the residential streets of Notting Hill. A really pretty stroll before you reach the iconic filming location. St. Luke's Mews has been used in several films and TV shows over the years, but most notably in the hit movie Notting Hill, where the cue card scene in Love Actually was filmed. You know, the "to me, you are perfect" moment, where Mark confesses his love for Juliet, despite her being married to his best friend. Can't say this is a situation I'd want to be in, but the scenery is still very romantic. If you can believe it, Mews streets like this were originally used for horses and carriages, before being converted into homes. With that said, just be mindful as it is a residential street, but it's a really lovely corner of Notting Hill to see in person. It looks almost exactly like the film.
I can picture the whole moment happening right here, the knock on the door, the cue cards.
You'll be perfectly situated in the Notting Hill area while you're here too. Come to Portobello Road Market and the Notting Hill Bookshop.
And it's a great stop to start the route. All our next stops are just a quick tube ride away. Let's go! Next, we're going to Bond Street. It's a quick ride on the Central, Elizabeth, or Jubilee line.
To get to all of our filming locations, we'll be using the TfL Go app. It shows live arrivals, the quickest routes between stops, and step-free access where available. We'll make hopping between filming locations really straightforward. Now to take the tube.
Once you come out the station, you're just a hop and a skip from Selfridges.
Another stop in Love Actually, the iconic Christmas film about multiple intertwined love stories in London. The scene takes place at the luxury Selfridges department store on Oxford Street. At Christmas, this whole stretch is always really lively. If you're already shopping on Oxford Street, it's an easy film location to add in.
In Love Actually, this is where Harry tries to quickly buy a necklace he's not exactly supposed to be buying for someone he's not exactly supposed to be with. All Rowan Atkinson wraps it up like it's a full theater production. And if you've watched the film enough times, it's really fun to see in real life and remember the whole very funny wrapping scene fiasco. From here, our next stop is just a short journey away.
We're heading to a scene from the hit movie Last Christmas, based on George Michael songs. It follows a frustrated Londoner named Kate, who works as an elf in a year-round Christmas shop, and her chance encounter with the handsome charmer Tom. Our first stop from the movie is Cecil Court. If you're on Oxford Street, the easiest way to reach it is via the Bakerloo line from Oxford Circus. It takes just about 15 minutes, followed by a short walk.
This is a street where Kate bumps into Tom in the Last Christmas, still in her elf costume, and where she later tries to change out of it in one of the doorways. It has such a brilliant old London feel.
The historic passage was laid out in the late 17th century by the Cecil family between St. Martin's Lane and Leicester Square, spilling with rare book dealers, quirky map and antique shops. Such a great place to explore, just maybe not in an embarrassing elf costume.
It's a small street, but so much character, such a hidden gem in the middle of the city. So much of the Last Christmas takes place in Covent Garden, so let's go to our next stop just a few streets away.
Enjoying a nice stroll through Covent Garden to get there. Just a few minutes from Cecil Court and you'll reach Phoenix Garden, a little community garden tucked between the West End theatres.
This garden appears in Last Christmas during a couple of Kate and Tom's heart-to-hearts. In the film, they actually transformed the whole garden with fairy lights to make it feel even more magical, which it absolutely did. Very romantic.
But you can still recognize the layout from the film, even without all the set dressing. It's one of those places you can easily walk past, and most people do, but not the local residents and volunteers that transformed the garden in the 80s to be a haven in the bustle of London for a peaceful escape. And apparently George Michael themed rom-coms. It's a quick stop, but it's a sweet one and a great pause in the city.
And for our final filming location, we're heading down to the river and we're getting there by bus with TfL.
Buses are one of the simplest ways to travel across London. They're perfect to use for a day of exploring, especially if it includes London film locations. Plus, you get to see more of the city as you travel too. So be sure to snag a top seat if you can. There's loads of buses from this area, and in a quick ride, you'll reach Westminster Bridge. The film centers around English columnist Iris, who agrees to swap homes with Californian Amanda, who's also in need of a much-needed break for the holidays.
This is where Iris walks in the holiday after leaving her office Christmas party, upset, heading home with Parliament lit up behind her.
It's a short scene in the film, but you'll recognize it instantly. And honestly, it's always such a good bit of London to walk, especially around Christmas. And that's it. 5 real Christmas movie locations in London that you can visit for yourself this season.
Every single one easy to reach with TfL.
Whether you're hopping on the tube to recreate the Love Actually cue card scene for yourself, taking the Jubilee line to head to Selfridges for that Christmas shopping moment, walking between Cecil Court and Phoenix Garden from last Christmas, or taking the bus down to walk across Westminster Bridge, just like Iris does.
Happy holidays, and remember, wherever your Christmas film walk takes you, there's a TfL route to help you get there.